welcome to the Nerdium. I am your host, E.T., and just like last week, I am here to bring you all of the nerd and anime culture that is Chicago. On this week's episode, it's a little bit different than last, but it's always better. We're going to have Pablo from Monster Mayhem Creations bringing out a few of his figurines, talking about his company and all his cool 3D printings. And something I'm really excited for is Daimon, a comic book artist aspiring to be a professional one. So we're going to sit down and talk to both of them, and special musical guest Kate from Kate and the Black Roses is going to be performing, so make sure you guys stick around. I am E.T. Welcome to the stadium, more like the Nerdium. We'll be right back at you guys. And welcome back to the Nerdium. I'm here with my first guest. You want to introduce yourself?
I'm Daimon Hampton. I am a comic book artist, and I work out of Chicago.
Hey, what got you kind of drawing first? Is this something that you used to do as a kid, or is this something that you kind of grew into?
You know, I started drawing when I was like 3.
Wow.
I've been drawing forever. My mom is an artist, and I just was like obsessed with anything cartoon related.
What type of art did she do? Was it similar to yours?
Not really. My mom is a welder, but she was really into like fine arts and painting. She went to the School of Art Institute, but she is the one that like got me into like anime and manga and stuff when I was a kid. I think the first anime I saw was like Ghost in the Shell or something like that.
That's a very common first for a lot of people.
Is it really?
So that one, because Ghost in the Shell is pretty old at this point. I mean, they've remade it to death, but that original one is pretty.
Yeah, no, it's pretty classic though. It's like it was like everything that was like different about it, animation wise and story wise was so crazy. So it's just like really cool. I don't know what to say exactly, but it's
No,
dope.
I mean, my first anime was Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
So from there, that kind of started that journey. Out of all the animes that you look at, do you think your art style is more? What animes do you think your art style more closely represents?
When I started comics, started doing comics like as a kid, that was around the time I was really into Naruto. I think so. Like I feel like there was a bit of that, like from like Kishimoto, and then there's like, I really love D and Angel. I don't know, people don't talk about that series as much anymore, but like that was a series I really loved, and that style was really cool to me.
Is there any type of art styles that, especially in anime, you can get a lot of art styles that you see? Is there any that you just particularly don't care for? I don't care for the animes where they have the overly pointy chin. It's like it's a genre where they call it like pointy chin anime, and they're typically like romance animes and stuff like that.
Oh, you're talking about like that 90s like shoujo style thing?
Yeah, that
like,
right there. I mean, a lot of Sailor Moon was drawn like that. Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to think if there's anything. There's like I remember Keijo. I think that was the anime It was called just like really. It's really good, but like the art style is kind of weird looking when you have to like get used to it. I have a love-hate relationship with like Ichiro Oda's style. It's very like interesting and different, but like he does certain things that I don't love, but like he does other things that I think are really fantastic. He's like really willing to make characters look ugly if they need to like cry or something like that, and he'll do weird stuff, but then like all of his women tend to look exactly the same. So
yeah, I think that's an anime that I felt had a really weird feel to it, animation wise, was Devilman Crybaby, the 2018 version. It's interesting to say
I
the
mean,
least. Yeah.
I love that because it's the style that lends itself mainly to animation. Like if you watch the original Devilman, it's really based on the art style of the manga, and it has this like there's a stiffness to it. And then Devilman Crybaby is like this weird like liquid energy that just like flows through every single thing, and then you cry at the end because it's the saddest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Like that anime is really weird. And
It is. I've seen every episode but the last one. I just flake on animes at the very
you see
end.
the last one?
Like,
The last one is what like makes it like come together. It's like weird because it's one of those stories that is like meta-wise optimistic, but it has a like a sad ending, and I think it's sad because of that. Like it doesn't paint the story as good that this happened. It kind of like answers the question. Like I don't want to give it away because you said you didn't watch it, but like, I mean, watch it. It's pretty great.
hey, I mean, I think that your animation style and is anime like the main goal, or comic books and video games, is all of that on the roster?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I have been for the last month. There was like Inktober, and I was doing a panel, like a panel a day, of this comic that is based around these characters from this like fictional video game that I was coming up with, because I was like I really wanted to do a story for a video game at some point in my life and do the character designs, and I was just like, what if I just do it, and then like hopefully somebody will think it's cool, and so then I just started doing those characters, and like I just did like a prelude comic that I'm doing, and it's like I'm probably gonna finish it and like post it on like my Patreon or whatever. So that's something that I was working on. I think the goal for me is like to be able to work in animation as a storyboard artist at some point, because it's the part of the story you get a little bit of say over the visual storytelling.
Yeah.
At that point, and then it's very close to comics, so like the skills transfer over pretty easily.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a skill that goes over quite a few different areas that you can kind of move around. So if you didn't want to just do comic books and animes and video games, and even like, I'm sure you do like commissioned concept art sometimes too.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Like I don't know, like now, I mean, in this day and age, like never really. Comic book artists don't really make that much money. If you lucky, like somebody will make something that you make into like a movie or something, and then you'll get money from that. But like, even then, like if I'm working for like DC or something like that, and I mean DC is a little bit better than Marvel as far as they like set up for that. But like, if I work on something for Marvel, say I work on Batman for DC, and then I introduce the like Turtle or whatever, like
yeah, I get you.
I get some money back, but like I don't get like. And I might get credit for that character showing up in, Mike Reeves, the Batman 17 or whatever. But like, I don't. It's not like I own it or anything, because I'm just like when you work for those companies, it's just kind of like brand management. You kind of just like adding to the canon that already exists. Whereas, but like, so you kind of have to as a comic as a artist do a lot of different things. People work. They sell the original art. They work in animation. They do like.
Yeah, it kind of takes for you to be everywhere.
Yeah, you gotta.
So I understand what you're saying.
You gotta kind of be an entrepreneur, which is like, for me personally, the worst part. I don't want to be an entrepreneur. I don't want to be a businessman. I want to draw pictures, but like, it is what it is. Like, you gotta survive in capitalism. There's no option outside of that, really.
Yeah, and so if somebody do want commission art from you, tell them where they can find you or how they can support you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. My Instagram, Twitter, website are all Daimon Drew This. So Daimon Drew This, all one word. So if chances are, if that's anywhere, it's probably me.
And hey, And we will be right back with Pablo from Monster Mayhem Creation. I want to give it up for Daimon for coming on. And if you guys want any commissions from him or any art of his or just to check him out, you know where to find him. We'll be right back soon. Welcome back to the Nerdium. I am again your host, E.T., and we are here with our next guest, Pablo. Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And you want to properly introduce yourself because I just say names halfway.
Hi, my name is Pablo Pedroza. I'm the owner, I guess, creator of Monster Mayhem Creations. I do a lot of different things, mainly miniature painting at this moment, but I'm also working on a comic and some music too.
It was like they never truly end. You always came back with more little ones. They kept getting teenier.
There's still some other ones back there. I just left just in case.
I can only imagine the level of patience it takes to paint
everybody
this.
tells me that. Yeah, I like to toot my horn and say my patience is limitless. So like I have no issue doing a lot of these things.
In like a day, how many have you done in like one day?
Man, in a whole like 24 hours, I could probably knock out, give or take, about 6, depending.
And is that also factoring like print time?
Printing time, that's a whole other story. That's like in a day and a half.
Oh yeah, I always see them on like TikTok and everything. It takes a while.
Yeah,
for
depending
these
on
to print out actually.
Yeah, depending on the kind of print. Either you're using filament, which is like super like light. But the only problem that I've had when I've started working with them is like it's like printed in slices. So then when I get the model, it's like really rigid and stuff.
Oh
Because
yeah.
I made a Baby Yoda or a Grogu, if you will, diorama for my niece. And like it was really rigid too. I was like, I don't like it. She loved it, but I'm just like, I'll do a better one next time. Because these are printed with resin. Like these are like super heavy, but like the whole like process is so like long. Like you wait for the print to come out. You gotta wash them with like alcohol to like clean them up, because otherwise they remain sticky, and then like it's really tough to like put the paint on or any primer because like it's all sticky and gross. So then you gotta like wash them in alcohol. Then you gotta like let them cure with like a UV light of some sort. There's also like machines that have the UV light. Like you'll put them on a dish and they'll spin really slow, and then it'll just like get the light from all the angles.
Oh, I didn't know it took. I mean, I guess that's the B side to using resin.
That's the one part. But also when you get the files themselves, like if you have the proper programs, like you can fix some things. Because like I'm actually working on like a Marilyn Monroe figure for one of my managers at work. And the thing is that when I had one of my friends help me out with it, the print, her legs were in pieces, which were so unnecessary. So like I had to go into a program and like fuse those parts together to cut down on the. It's a whole nother mess doing these things.
How steady does your hand have to be in order to not mess, especially the little ones are getting me the most?
I'm gonna tell you especially. You need pretty steady hands, because given the Frankenstein's monster girl that's in the middle over there, my favorite, her hands that are like this, just those hands, those are separate.
Oh.
So you see my big old hands? So imagine me over here just like, okay, we're good, we're glued. But yeah, no, it's a different range depending on different things, because there's also some Marvel miniature games, because these are just board game pieces from the Marvel Zombies game that just came out to the retail. It's called Marvel Crisis Protocol. Like one of the worst couple of ones that I've done, like they had one for a model for Shuri, and her ponytail itself is like separate from her head, and it's like yay small. And then Loki's helmet, the horns are separate, yay small. Yeah, a lot of patience.
I could imagine. I mean, this sort of madness. Why did you start it in the first place?
Well, honestly, I always wanted to do it for a while. I just never really like had the proper time. But you know, as everyone had the glorious time that we had in 2020,
Yeah.
that big old long break, I got into board games again, and I was like, I bought this one game that essentially people can call it like Dungeons and Dragons in a box. It's called Gloomhaven: Jaws of the Lion. It's like an intro to the main game, Gloomhaven. Board games are ridiculous now, because that game is like 20 pounds. It's like a big old box. It's like all these things. Anyway, I just looked at the piece. I was like, it's kind of boring. Like, maybe I want to try to paint it. So then I started painting that, and then that's when I like just tumbled into everything else and discovering like the Marvel game. Then I got like a Venom, and then I got like a Hulk, and I'm like, oh, these are cool. And then I'm like, I look at the art, and I'm like, all right, I just gotta put it together. You have to paint them too, dummy. So then like I had to learn everything, whatever. I just started sloshing on paint, which was terrible, and then eventually, more and more I learned and read and all that. And I actually went to conventions, which I never really knew there was conventions for this kind of stuff.
Me either.
Yeah, there's conventions for like the tournament, like wargaming stuff. Like a big vampire-ish looking dude. He's part of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Like the war games for that, like I think the minimum is like 70 models, and you just take turns just beating up each other. Let me see.
Wow.
Yeah, and then there's also like board game conventions too and stuff like that. It's a pretty big thing. I didn't like. I'm so used to going to like C2E2 and all like comic conventions
like
and
the
all that.
more well-known type of.
Because like initially that was the first thing I was working on for a while. I mean, I'm still working on my comic with my best friend, but like then this happened and like I'm basically, like I said, doing like everything, but I'm also doing this, and this is just more accessible to me because adulting has gotten in our way. So we're all just like, we can't meet right now, and just.
When it comes to them, is there certain poses that they do? Because Harley Quinn's pose look more elaborate to kind of paint, especially like underneath her mallet. Is there like easier poses that you would prefer?
Sometimes, honestly, yeah, the monopose stuff really sucks. Because like even with the smaller ones, especially like there's some areas I can't even reach underneath sometimes, and I just say, okay, it's just a shadow. I'll just leave the black primer there just to sit and take up all that space. Yeah, but then also sometimes there's this thing called kit bashing. It's when they take pieces from a model and just like swap them with some other one, and they like fill it in with like some stuff called milliput. It's kind of like a clay kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
And then we just like mold over that and like shape little details just to match it, and then just.
I mean, Damon, from all the art that you do you see any of these poses that seem appealing? We was talking about poses earlier, and how you kind of look at different ones and kind of pick from it. I mean, I think that's a match made in heaven. You paint them, and then he can take the poses.
Check out people's miniatures all the time to steal poses.
Yeah, and my illustrator does it too sometimes. Like, hey, can I borrow a miniature really quick? I'm like, don't break it. Okay.
Especially because like with the miniatures and like statues, you can see the shadows.
Oh yeah.
So I know, as opposed to like, and also they have the weird like anatomy of like the anime character or whatever. So you have a better sense of like what those shadows are actually doing when you want to color it and stuff, which is it makes it like it's a good little cheat.
Yeah, that's the intricate thing of miniature painting. They want you like, this is where the light's coming from, so the shading should be over here. I'm just like, it just looks nice this way, okay?
Yeah, you have to worry about like, because it's a 3-dimensional thing. Do you actually have to worry about the light, or you just kinda, like,
sometimes like initially like after my splotching stage and now my like learning to like make everything more detailed and like not as heavily full of paint, I try to do that, but like I guess now I'm kind of like layering now, so I guess I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Because like I didn't think about it before, because I took a painting class at one of the convention things for this, and I was like, oh, I had no idea this was a thing. But I know it's a thing, but I just never knew how to pull it off.
You know, when I imagine you painting one, is it with like the real small paintbrush, and then you got the glass up to your eye, kind of looking through it?
That's funny. No, that's always that's everyone's like. It's a common misconception that always makes me chuckle, because like I'm like, oh yeah, just a single hair, guys. Just no. It's actually like I guess middle-sized brushes, like medium. But that's the thing too, like brush sizes. It's not really a thing, because one company's size 2 is another company's size 1. So it's like,
oh, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, like right now I'm stuck with like a good 3-4 brushes that I make sure to use every time until they go completely bad. But no, it's like about a good regular like medium-sized brush, not like super crazy thin. I guess I should have brought some. But yeah, no, it's like a good medium size or an even bigger one. It's mainly just the point, the tip of the brush that really matters. You just need a sharp tipped one. Just like if you don't have that, then like you're gonna miss a lot of doing the details and stuff.
And when you paint them, do you try to keep them as close to their original?
Like box art?
Yeah, like box art or like character design.
Depending, yeah.
originally.
For the Marvel stuff, I do my best to try to keep it to just like their costumes and stuff, because like that's iconic, you know. Like I get that there's variations and stuff, but like I don't know, I just prefer like the OG color scheme
I
designs.
got you.
Yeah, but everything else, like if it's for myself or whatever, I usually do like a lot of dark blues, dark greens, and stuff. I've also like, besides these, I've also done like some commission things like for people's pets like that have passed away. Like I made a couple pit bulls and I think like a Labrador. But like I'm open to just about anything, even though I told myself like don't paint something you don't like, because I've literally gotten to that point. I'm just like, all right, here's this for this person.
Wait, when you do something for somebody's pet, do you have to like how do you get the model to like base it off of?
Well, I mean, from the files that I get, it's just one breed, unfortunately. So I
Okay.
try to do my best just to like match it like one for one, like the fur color and like the fur patterns, and like not to toot my horn, but a lot of people have said that like I've nailed it pretty well.
Yeah.
So like,
Hey.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really nice. That's doing pet art for people is always strangely really satisfying. 'Cause
Yeah.
people love it a lot.
Yeah,
David,
'cause-
have you done pet art before?
Yeah, I've drawn people's pets. I've drawn my dog for my girlfriend, and she has it on a hoodie. It's pretty cool.
oh no.
Hey.
That's what I'm working on. So I'm trying to work on get merch for my stuff, because I mean I have my shirt here.
Hey.
Yeah, but
So-
I've got t-shirts coming.
Pablo, where can people find you, follow you, and even purchase? Do you sell this? I just assumed.
I could, but these are just mine for the moment. I did make a Demon Slayer piece that did sell. I didn't want to, but they offered good money. So, It's like, hey, here you go, buddy. But before I get to that, this is for you. You said you liked elephants and the color green.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
It's a war elephant.
Yeah.
Too.
And then there's some stickers for each of the things that I do.
Oh, nice.
Yep. I also sell those too. But anyway, to reach me,
Whoa. Before he goes past everything I was just
Yes.
given, look at these stickers.
yeah, so Melee Miniatures, obviously my miniatures. Howling Horse Productions is my music stuff that I'm working on towards. Visceral Visage Comics is for my comics that I'm working on. And then Monster Meme Creations is just the whole of everything.
Wow.
I really like my monsters.
I know they got front and center.
Yeah, right here.
They started hosting. So, Pablo, where can everybody find you at?
So currently at this moment, just Instagram. You can find me as obviously Monster Meme Creations with an underscore in between each word. It'll most likely be like your first search as soon as you type in monster. There's also my professional email, which is basically the same thing, just monster.mayhem.creations@gmail.com.
Hey, well, make sure you guys check out Pablo and on all his platforms. And up next, we're going to have Kate from Kate and the Black Roses give us a wonderful performance. So make sure you guys stay tuned. And welcome back. Performing tonight is Kate from Kate and the Black Roses for 2 new songs from her new EP, For You, coming out November 19th. Kate?
All right, this first song is called For You. It's the title track. Paint you in my memories. The one who I knew was it for me. I'll write your name across my heart. I'll sign it in permanent marks. Take a flame and hold on tight. Let your embers burn for you, for you. Let the peace and quiet hang. Listen to the wind sing. Inside this room I do recall when you asked me to be yours. We'll take it back to the beginning. Life's a circle, ain't that funny for you? I'd walk till the end of time for you. I'd walk till we get it right for you. For you, for you, for you. For you. For you, for you, 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 for you. That song I wrote for my new fiance. We just got engaged last month. All right, this is another song off that EP. It's called All I Want. And it's about meeting someone, dancing in a club. And I actually wrote this a long time ago when I lived in Korea. Lived there for a year. And I wrote it on the sidewalk one day. Of the world melts away, I lose control. One look at you and I know it's the final call. And I just wanna hold you. I just wanna touch you all night. Try not to lose my cool. 'Cause all I want is you. Dance to my favorite song while you're holding on. Back up against the wall, singing softly in my ear. Don't care who sees or hears, 'cause I just wanna hold you. I just wanna touch you all night. Try not to lose my cool, 'cause all I want is you. This is fun, this is lust, this is fun, you say. This is fun, this is lust, this is fun, you say. 'Cause I just wanna hold you. I just wanna touch you all night. Try not to lose my cool, 'cause all I want is I just wanna hold you. I just wanna touch you all night. Try not to lose
Amazing. Kate, thank you so much for coming out. Thank our two guests as well. Thank all of you for tuning in. I have been in TET, and this is the Nerdium. You guys have a wonderful rest of your night.